Welcome to what is pretty much the world premiere of the Power and Passion, the theatrical version. A couple of years ago, I decided I wanted to play the saxophone again, I wanted to have a band, I wanted to play jazz and have a jazz quartet and that sort of thing. And what almost happened immediately was I started to go, well, yeah, I want to do it, but what do I want to play? I soon realised that I didn't want to play like the standard jazz repertoire. I didn't want to play Bye Bye Blackbird, I didn't want to play Autumn Leaves. And so I started looking around for something else. And I thought, I don't know, why don't we take a look at Australian music, and let's take a look at music from the Australian era of classic pub rock. Yeah, that's right. That was the reaction from the band, pretty much. But I thought, no, this is what jazz should do. This is what bands like this should do. We should look at the material that's already in people's heads. It's already in your head. This is the music that we've been listening to for the last 40 years. This has been blasting out of us from car radios. It's been on television. It's been everywhere all around us. So let's take some of that music and see if we can craft our own kind of sound out of it. And the more I worked with this material and the more we've been performing it over the last little while, the more I've started to really appreciate and love this era. And it seems to me like such an extraordinary time now. I don't really like nostalgia or being sentimental about the past. Every era has its great things, every era has got its problems. But if you take a sort of time from about 1960 to about 2000, what you get is a moment when Australian music was popular culture. Australian music by Australians about Australia. This was what was coming out of the car radio. This is what was on standard commercial radio. This is what they put on Hey Hey It's Saturday. The ABC had an entire program devoted to it. Countdown. Every Sunday, half of Countdown would be Australian bands. Not because there was an Arts Council quota or something, not by government fiat, but because they were great.
You opened up your door, couldn't believe my love.
You had a band like Cold Chisel getting around the country, pumping out rock and roll at an extraordinary volume and with extraordinary energy, but at the same time telling these beautiful little stories. It's all contained, like any beautiful song, like a great Hank Williams song or any other great Lennon McCartney song. It's all contained in about 16 lines. It's all there. In fact, these final two songs, I think, are our attempt at the most unlikely bands to end up in a jazz quartet. It does satisfy that demand that happens to all bands in Australia where you turn up to play and somebody's going to say at some point, play some Chisel! We can! That's Cameron Reid! On the drums! Pete Cullum on the bass. Gary Daly on keyboards. And I'm James Valentine. Thank you very much.